West Ham United 1, Arsenal 2. Yes, why football? And Arsenal pick up another 3 points, third win on the bounce to tighten our grip on top four. As always, if you guys enjoy football reactions, why football is a place to be, so please consider subscribing on my road to 700 and drop a like down below so this video gets out to more people. And as always, leave your thoughts of the match in the comment section down below. As an Arsenal fan, West Ham fan, or a football neutral, I'd love to hear it. Wow, I mean, poor performance from Arsenal all round. I didn't think they had really any dominance on the game whatsoever, couldn't string together passes, yet they still came away with the win. Big 3 points, especially with the fact that Tottenham won earlier, Chelsea lost earlier. All the results, well, the Chelsea result fell in Arsenal's favour, and it would have fallen into Spurs' favour had Arsenal dropped points here. But it just makes it a 2 point difference now between Arsenal and Tottenham, especially with the fact that Tottenham go to Anfield next week to play Liverpool, which means they're probably going to drop points. Wow, Arsenal could really have the top four almost wrapped up going into the derby on May the 12th. In terms of the game itself, though, West Ham, they were resting a few players because of their Europa League game, obviously midweek against the semi-final against Frankfurt. They actually didn't rest as much as I thought. I mean, Rice still played, Bowen still played. I thought them two definitely wouldn't play. They rested Antonio, though, and they did play Kurt Zuma. Either way, it was a flat from both teams. Neither team really... It was a poor performance all round from both teams. Neither team really had any control of the football. No kind of killer passes. Everything was just a bit scrappy, a bit of like a dogfight. And yeah, at the end of the day, Arsenal did manage to score. It was a corner, had about 5 or 6 corners, so it was about time they scored one. Looped in by Saka and then Holding, great header into the bottom corner. No chance for the keeper. But then as always say, man, have a player on the back post. They always say in corners, have a player front post, back post. West Ham didn't, and the ball went right into the back post and scored. So yeah, that's West Ham's own downfall. Arsenal take lead with Rob Holding. Great to score, especially considering that Arsenal weren't playing well at all, to be fair. West Ham hit back on the stroke of half time, the perfect time to score for them. Poor defending from Nuno Tavares and Gabriel. Came to Kufa on the right, pulled it back to Bowen, who slotted it past Ramsdale into the corner of the net to make it 1-1 going into half time. And it was a bit of a mixed bag of nuts for Arsenal. 1-1. Obviously going to be under the cosh now because West Ham just scored going into the second half. Hadn't been playing well at all. But look, neither team, West Ham aren't really here to play football either, to be honest. They're just here as like a stopgap for their Europa League fixture. So there was a real chance for Arsenal in this game. Going out to the second half, it was more of the same, but then Arsenal hit back and scored a great goal. Another corner that came in, cleared out, then Martinelli looped it back into the box, and Gabriel's there to head it into the back of the net. Kind of lucky because Flapianski kind of punched it into his own net, but we take it. That was 2 on Arsenal, and then from then on, they held on, and it was, to be fair, fairly comfortable. I didn't think West Ham posed a massive threat, to be honest, and Arsenal come away with 3 points, and it's a massive 3 points, considering they lost to Crystal Palace, Brighton and Southampton, to then bounce back and beat Chelsea, Manchester United, and West Ham United. It's a great run of games for Arsenal Football Club. There's a few players that caught my eye today. First off, Nuno Tavares. Oh my days, man. Liability. Could not string together a pass for his life. Honestly, I don't know how he survived so long. He's literally giving me Andre Santos vibes. Like, if you don't know Andre Santos, he was an Arsenal player like about 5, 6, 7 years ago. And my days, this guy, going forward he was okay and he had flashes of brilliance. But defensively and sometimes his passing, suspect. And that was Nuno Tavares today, an absolute liability. Casual passing, giving the ball away needlessly. I mean, we won this game today, but on another day, Nuno Tavares could have cost us. And look, we need Tierney back. Literally, yesterday we needed him back. But we need him back as soon as possible, man. We need Tierney back more than we need Partey back at this rate, to be honest. Tomiyasu had a decent game. Came off injured though, a bit of a calf strain. That's worrying because I don't like Cedric and Tavares playing next to each other. We need Tomiyasu back as soon as possible. So hopefully that injury wasn't bad. And then finally also, Eddie Nketiah had about 15 shots today. Honestly, the geezer, every time he got the ball, he took a shot. Decent shooting practice, but come on, man, a bit more quality around now. I'm expecting, if a striker's going to have 7 shots in a game, he should be scoring at least one of those shots, to be honest. And Nketiah just could not find the back of the net whatsoever. Another player I'm going to single out is Martin Odergaard. I feel like Martin Odergaard has been playing poor away from home recently. When he's at the Emirates, he's a different player. He's alive. He's making stuff happen. He's got a brilliant game against Man United on the weekend. Even scored against Brighton, even though he played bad there. But then when we go away from home, Martin Odegaard just isn't the same player. I feel like he doesn't get on the ball as much, doesn't have as much like assertiveness over the football game. I think he struggled a bit today. Our best player really was Bukayo Saka for me in terms of the attacking players. Martinelli was quiet, Odegaard was quiet. Saka was the only one that looked like he was doing something. We didn't get the ball to Bukayo Saka enough in this game because every time he had the beating of that Ryan Fredericks guy. But yeah, either way, look, we got the win. I think that's all that matters. It's not a case in this stage of the season. Not a case of Arsenal played amazing and got the win. It's just a case of Arsenal got the win. It's 3 points. It's a big 3 points. We now take it forward. We're going to Leeds next weekend. That'll be another tough game because at this stage of the season, every game is tough. I'd actually rather play a mid-table team than a relegation-threatened team because you know they're going to throw everything at it. I mean, look at Everton today. Threw absolutely everything through the kitchen sink at Chelsea. Their fans were alive, their players were alive. They played like a team that did not want to get relegated. And expect Leeds to play the same way. I know we're going to be at home, so that's a big advantage to us. But either way, you do not want to play a team like Leeds when they're fighting for their lives. Their players will throw everything at it. But yeah, either way, that's going to be another game. It's going to be massive for Arsenal and their top 4 hopes. Of course, I'm going to be covering it. But look, we got the job done today. Arsenal is 2-point advantage now going into next week. And look, we just keep on rolling. 4 games left of the season. Need to make this top 4, man, because if we make top 4, that's us making top 4 ahead of schedule. I did not really expect us to make top 4 this season, and if we do, then that's massive. But just getting top 4 is not enough. You need to then use the top 4 as leverage to recruit better footballers and stuff like that. Sign the top caliber players because we need those world-class players in our team. Because honestly, if we had someone like a Kane or Son at this football club, we would be challenging for top 4. Not only challenging for top 4, we might even be going for the league at some point. I wouldn't say we'd be challenging Man City, Liverpool, but we'd be around that solidified 3rd place because we're doing all this mount for top 4 without a proper striker. I mean, Nketiah and Lacazette probably scored about 4 goals combined from open play this season. I want to say something like that. We're literally going for a top 4 race without a credible striker, to be honest. I mean, our defenders, both our centre-backs scored today to win us this football match. It says it all, really, but it's all about making top 4 this season. That's all it matters. Honestly, grind out the rest of the games 1-0 if we have to. Just make that top 4. It's all I ask. And then build on it going into the summer because I've missed the Champions League music at the Emirates Stadium. I know all the Arsenal fans around the world have missed it too. Let's get into the player ratings now. Lingard and Ramsdale had a decent game. I'll give him an 8. To be honest, I couldn't think of him making any top class saves apart from on Rice, header straight after Rob Holding's goal. In terms of the goal, he could have done maybe slightly better, but it did deflect off Gabriel. So yeah, I'm not going to really put him to blame. Right back, Tomiyasu had a decent game. I'll give him an 8 as well. Commanding, didn't really look that rusty to be honest. He wasn't expending as much energy. He wasn't running forward as much. And he did come off injured, which was a shame. But overall, solid performance. Rob Holding, for me, man the match. I'll give him a 9. This geezer was a human magnet. Every time West Ham shot, he blocked it, man. He had his face on the line, his body on the line, everything. He did whatever he could to block it. And that's exactly what we need from a defender. He even scored as well. Brilliant header. So 9 out of 10 for Rob Holding. Gabriel, I'm going to give a 7-2. He scored, to be fair, lucky-ish. Was in the right place, but Fabianski could have done better. And on the first goal, it was a bit poor defending. He should have stuck out more of a leg. Just kind of deflected it into the back of the net. But overall, it was solid from Gabriel. It's just that was a bit of a poor point from him. Nuno Tavares gets a 5, and even that's being generous because he was suspect again today. A couple of moments of brilliance when he's dribbling past players. But for the most part, he just could not pass the ball for his life. Going into the midfield now, Xhaka, another solid game from him. Give him an 8 out of 10. A couple misplaced passes, but then again, the whole squad was rusty in that sense. For the most part, he was brilliant again, Granit Xhaka. Next to Mohamed Ramadan El Neni, another beautiful performance from him. 8 out of 10. Looking like we're not even missing Thomas Partey right now. That's what I'm saying. We need someone like Tierney back more than we need Partey, man. Because El Neni and Xhaka are holding down the fort big time. Brilliant performance from him, 8 out of 10. Let's go on to the attackers. Odergaard for me was quiet today. I'll give him a 6. Couldn't really assert himself on the game. Didn't really have enough attacking impotence in my eyes. Left wing Martinelli also very quiet today as well. Held his width a lot. I'll give him a 6 out of 10. Bukayo Saka I'll give a 7 to. He actually looked like making something happen. He just didn't get on the ball enough for me. And also he came off injured, which was a bit of a shame. And Eddie Nketiah I'll give a 7 to. He tried as well. And look, he put his body about. Really aggressive going forward. Held up the ball well, to be fair to him, for not the tallest geezer. But his shooting wise, he just needs a little bit more clinicality. His shots were good, but they just weren't good enough to score, man. Like they were on target, but they were just kind of like testing Fabianski. It was like shooting practice for the goalkeeper, to be honest. But yeah, overall, Arsenal got the win, a massive win. Let me know your thoughts of the game in the comment section down below. Keep on pushing for that top 4. As always, if you guys enjoy football reactions, especially Arsenal ones, please consider subscribing on my road to 700. Drop a like down below so the video gets out to more people. I've been Football, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.